powerful words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Auburn Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers' offense will take the field first. Auburn pulled out a thriller the last time these two met in the Iron Bowl.
And I was so impressed last year with just Auburn's physicality. They beat up Alabama. They did it in the trenches. They did it running the football. That was a statement win in the Iron Bowl last season.
A huge win that they can build on, because you know how Auburn's looked at in the state of Alabama. They're the little brother. They're not respected as much. Win 2 in a row, start to gain some of that respect back from these Elephant fans.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Auburn going to work with another first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the...
Turning it on! Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play. Fired.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quick completion on the out. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So Alabama's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just how... they are. In getting the tight end involved, Jesse, it just didn't work last week.
Yeah, there's no question that this coaching staff, they know the offense basically goes as their big tight end goes. And that's why they lost their last game out. They didn't get him the ball.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Yeah, and they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Back to throw, it's Baker. He's got the tight end. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Makes the catch. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Bond. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Illegal block.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
That was almost picked up. Throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. So the score remains 3-0.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. To the air, it's Baker. Oh, he makes the catch. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch. Like, Play, pitch, and catch. Spread the ball around. Complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers. And that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line getting set on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Meadows. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with the field goal, we're tied here in the second quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over South Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just a short pass to the tight end. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Sends it back in motion. Swings it out to the flat. Got room at the 35. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The give from the gun. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They feed him again. Breaks the tackle. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they knocked through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Can't get him to the ground. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really good-looking run. You know, think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Off-play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Punts it out in the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking downfield to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So here comes the Auburn offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Mills. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Past the sticks, and he may get more. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Here's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just
time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they get him down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Catch in the middle, it's Adams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He might want another play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the D deny them on second and goal. He's got him. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Back to throw, it's Baker. Going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped. They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defense. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Bond. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Barber. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Baker. Quick completion on the out route. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Out of the gun to give to the back. Gets it past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, explode through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Caught close to the marker. It's Mills. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like
intercepted, and the defense has set them up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. When you play in a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line on the edge is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls it in. It's Mills. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Keeps it on the bootleg. Using the quick game. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Rides the back and leaves it. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Baker. That's caught. It's Meadows.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Turns it loose. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's fine. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
These wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Fighting off the defender. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The give to the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The give to the tailback. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
From the gun, running back gets the give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. And he'll finish the ride in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. Auburn extends its lead as the Tigers are turning back the tide.
And I give credit to Auburn, too. It seems like every year when these two teams play, it doesn't really matter what Auburn has done leading into this game. They are able, time and time again, to play their best when they play against the Tide. They're doing it again here in the second half.
And I hate the cliche, throw the records out, but it does matter in this game. Why? Both these schools in the same state. They hate each other. The fans hate each other. Got recruited by the same schools. There is nothing about these two teams that like each other.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it?" Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 50. Yards. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Finds his man. It's Barber. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Baker. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Unleashes one. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal forward pass.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets away. He'll pull it down and run. Took care of it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Barber. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Offense facing full field.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Dropping back, it's Baker. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it still on his feet. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on fourth and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That score could have put them within realistic striking distance, but the penalty turns things around and they'll have to go back to work. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
They decided to go for it on fourth down, and that was not easy, man. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, fourth down, it's a touchdown.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. So here comes the Auburn offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Breaks into the open. The 20, the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Auburn. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Alabama 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Makes the grab. It's Meadows. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And now on second down for this offense.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got a man, it's Barber. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with first and 10. From the gun, he leads it with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They can really be aggressive after that last play at second and 3. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Wants to go up top. And wings it incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Buck. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a man. It's Baker. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Since 1893, this game has meant more to the fans in the state of Alabama than any other sporting event, and the toilet paper will fly at Toomer's Corner. The Eagles will fly, and it is an orange and blue game as Auburn takes down the Tide in the Iron Bowl. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.